Hello everyone, it's Scott, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolve Skyblock Expert Mode. This is the new grinder. Little laggy, but it's doing its job. So, I ended up modifying each one of the hammers and the sifters to include speed upgrades. So everything is running max out at 64 speed upgrades per item. So how this is working is that each step needs to have one or more automatic hammers than the next step. So the dust sieving, which is down at 64 and 64 upgrades, is just ripping through the sand, the dust, the gravel, and producing a lot of parts. So this is being captured here in these 2x2 drawers, just as it's being done upstairs, and already over 1,000 crushed uranium ore. What else is interesting? Thousands of crystals. 2,700 redstone, and I've only been doing this for about an hour. So what I ended up doing was all of the interesting stuff gets pumped into this chest, where you can see that it's kind of flashing along. It gets absorbed by another ME system. Now the ME system has a miniature assembly error, so you can see that the blocks are blipping in and out as they are being created. So each one of these is set up for each of the different gravel and sand and dust recipes. And so what's interesting is that this terminal is kind of exposing how everything's being loaded into the ME system to be processed at top acceleration speed to be loaded back out into this chest over here. So everything's getting dumped through these interfaces, and so as things are created, they're extracted. So thanks to the crafting card, it's auto-extracting as soon as it sees that I have 4 of any given item, so I don't have to do any more work than that. So each of these resonant servos, and I need this many resonant servos to keep up with everything, are dumping into this buffer chest, where they're being fed into these 4 hammers, each of which also have speed upgrades. So I guess I could throw fortune. Do I still have more fortune? Yes, I do. Here's another stack of fortune. Bink. And so that then returns it to the storage drawer system, which is then closing the loop here and circling around and around. So I have this linked into the ME system, so it's visible. So all of these byproducts, including the Elorium, which I believe is... Alright, Elorium's a special case because underneath this chest I have a ME import bus, which is extracting the Elorium, and it's feeding back into the ME, into my main ME system, which you see I'm now up to 3,600 dust, and the big reactor system, even though it's chugging along, is only using 6.2 thousand flux per tick, and that's pretty cool because, well, I now have more power than I know what to do with, and yeah, so I think I'm ready to move on to my next task. Okay, that finishes off. So here is a formula for Bottled Taint, and so what I'd like to do is start learning some of these tainted teachings. So things that have this kind of dark background around them are essentially evil, evil magics. So this is going to teach how to do, to create a patch of taint. So what I'm going to do is whip one of these up with what looks like a file of Essentia of Vidium. So let's head over to our Crucible and connect to the system, pull out some vials. So, sorry, files, P-H-I-A-L. Okay, so, and then we'll shift right click twice to bring up our Essentia. we'll bring up the, if I can find it, Vidium. Done. So we'll take one of these Vidium vials, we'll put it in the crucible. Let's find the formula, and bam, Bottled Taint. So, excellent. Do I have enough? I do not have enough. Okay. Alright, here I am in the Nether, about 1,000 blocks away from my base, negative 1,000. And what I'm going to do is start loading up a Thaumcraft crucible with junk. So the idea here, and I'm sure everyone knows, is that when you just throw random stuff into the crucible, you run the risk of creating flux goo, right? So here I've already overflowed, so what I'm going to do is just keep feeding it until I get a massive amount of goo spitting out. So let's dump in all these stacks of cobble, dump that out, and what should happen eventually... Alright, here we go. Here's some Thaumic Slimes. That's exactly what I want. So I'm going to start killing them with my lucky blade here, and see if I can get some tainted drops out of these guys. And that's what I'm going to need to power my power that formula for doing taint in a bottle. So let's kill a couple and see what pops out. Oh, there we go. All right, so we got this guy, the tainted goo. So I'm going to throw that into my bag because whenever you have that in your inventory, you basically take you end up with like taint poisoning. So I'm going to kill a couple more of these guys and gather up their essence and goo, and then I'll head back to the overworld. Okay, this is a much better way to get slime. So I managed to capture one of them in the safari net. I threw it into the auto spawner, and now it's just ripping through next to the wisps in the mob spawner. And what I should have, if I take a look in the inventory, I'm up to 21 tainted goo already, as well as this taint tendril. So what I can do is I can take the tainted goo and throw it into the into this grinding chest. So let's do that. Tainted goo, and so that'll get sucked into the alchemical furnace, boop, which will then start producing the that taint, the Vidium, I guess it's called. Actually, it looks like a flower, but that's what I'll need in order to get the that file completed. File of Essentia. Okay, it's almost done. See, now this is starting to tick up. Okay, I was just too impatient, so I had to wait for the Vidium to tick up. So let's go back to the ME system and get that file out, and then I'm going to head back to the Nether and drop down a little bit of Bottled Taint. All right, so I have a little bit of a platform out here in the Nether, so let's drop down, right-click with the taint. Okay, so what did it do? It got me a little bit, but now I have a little bit of taint here, and we can tell by the coloring, there's a little bit of tendrils, fibrous taint, and so that's going to spread like grass across dirt blocks. So if I leave this alone, it's just going to continue to spread and spread and spread across the void. And I need to study it with the thermometer. And I see down the bottom right, you've discovered a clue to new research. So let's take a look, because I know what this is going to unlock. It's going to unlock over here, Ethereal Bloom. So I can take... Okay, so it just gave me the research point, so I'll have to go back to the overworld to start studying it. And one other thing that happened was that I unlocked the Eldritch tab. So this is going to open up a couple new things, so Eldritch Epiphany. So I'm going to be able to make void seeds now, thanks to my discovery. So I ended up being hit by one of those tainted goo things, and before I knew it, I guess I must have crossed over the threshold, and it unlocked this research tree. So I can start unlocking the wand focus, the sanity checker might be a good thing to get. Definitely void metal, and so let me head back to the overworld and start working on all these research items. Okay, that was a lot of combining. So let's learn all this research and then head back to the Thaumic and check out that we now know void metal caps. So very interesting. So we'll be able to make a charge void metal cap. So I'm curious how much V that's going to hold. Charge void. There's no information whatever on this. Void metal wand, maybe? Void metal crowbar. Well, that's not going to help me. Alright, well, at least with void metal ingots, I should be able to make those from void seeds now. So that should be pretty cool. I unlocked the Sanity Checker, so that would be able to tell me how close my taint is to getting overloaded. It also looks like I need to research a couple more tainted things. So I'm just going to take a quick cut and see if I can find some more things that might trigger advancing in Thaumcraft. Alright, here's something that opened up under X asterisk, which is the portal to another world. So I got the research already, and I'm almost done. All I have to do is drop in one more ordo. Bink, and then that'll give me the discovery. Okay, and this is going to be the next step towards opening up the Thaumcraft dimension, basically the Eldritch world, which is going to be quite entertaining. So all in all, I think I've already shown I have Eldritch eyes. I'm going to need to make some void metal and a mirrored glass, which is not terribly difficult. It's basically looks like it's just mana panes and quicksilver. So let's see if we can whip up one of those. Mirror, bink, bink, done. And then the void metal is going to be a little more interesting. So let's grab the seed. So seeds have, well, 14, which will be good enough, I think. I'll have to see if any kind of seed can transform. But let's find the matching formula here. Okay, void seed. So Tenebrae, okay, great. So that's working. So let's head back and grab the seeds out of the ME system. Here we go. Void seed. And all I have to do is drop that into the crystal with metallum and the crucible. So let's do that also. Bink, bink. Find the formula. Here we go. Void metal ingots. Excellent. So I'm going to probably automate this during the next break, make a pattern for it. But now that I have that, let's gather everything else up and head down to the infusion area. Alright, so it looks like we ran the whole cycle without any incidents. So it's eating the material now. I had to burn down a lot of ender pearls and chests for vacuous, so it took a little while for me to get up to this point, but I think that I'm just seconds away from getting my portal in a box. Bink! Excellent. So let's grab that, and can I take a look at it with the thermometer? Yes, okay. So the portal in the box is what I'm going to need to summon the Scarlet mobs. Unfortunately, like the Scarlet, the guard, the Scarlet Knight, the Scarlet Wizard, those that are going to open up the portal to the Eldritch world. So what I'm going to do next is find a spot about, again, 1,000 meters away, I think, and do I want to? Actually, does it need? I don't think it needs to be that far away, because the portal is not dangerous. At least I don't think it's dangerous. Trying to remember if it becomes tainted or not. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But you know, I could probably build it close to the base then. And so let me set that up, and I'll be right back. Alright, I ended up building a 9x9 grassy area, and I put a couple layers of cobble under it. This is actually, I'd say, the third time I'm building this because it crashed as I was trying to place the portal in the box before. So let's try this one more time. Right click. Oh, even better, because this is the kind that has spawns. Excellent. Alright, so I'm going to leave those guys alone. So I'm not going to get too close, but let me see if I can block them in. Whoops, with some, let's see, do I have any quite clear glass? Yeah, that would be good. So yeah, they're going to start chanting now. And yep, so let's see if we can lock them in. And of course it starts to rain. Ha, okay. Whoops. Alright, see you later, pal. Maybe I should come back when it's a little easier to record. Alright, I'm going to grab a new Imprinting Crystal from the Crucible, so let's grab that. Blank Imprinting Crystal, and then we're going to need the that Wrath here we go. Diablo's Fork. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I enclose these guys with glass. And so I'm going to make a little hole here. Yep. Okay. And let's grab a little bit of cobble and see if we can kill one of them. Let's see. See how hard this is. So, Crimson Cleric. Yep, come a little closer. And see if I can knock you down. Couple more hits. Come on, a little closer. There we go. Okay. So now I have a Crimson Cleric Imprinted Crystal. Excellent. So let's just kill the rest of these guys. Okay, good, good, good. So, let me land, take all their stuff, and head over to the Wrath Cage. And let's start mass producing some of the Crimson Clerics with some Aurum. Alright, so let me take care of that and I'll cut right back. Well, that didn't take long. So the spawner is kicking out lots of these Crimson Clerics. So if we check the ME system, we can see we're already starting to get some drops from the Crimson Cult. And so, little worse V discount than what I'm wearing. So, I just have to let this run for a while until they drop the rites. So, yep, Crimson Rites are what I'm going to need. It's this book filled with strange symbols. So it's just going to take a while until that drops. All right, it's been a while, so let's check in. Here we go. Crimson Rites. This book is filled with stuff, strange symbols. All right, so let's right-click the book, and we get Research Complete, the Crimson Cult. Excellent. So let's take a look at the Thaumonomicon, and it opened up here, the Crimson Cult. Much is written about blah blah blah, blah blah blah. You think Thaumaturgy might offer the missing pieces? Well, I happen to know what's offering the missing pieces, and that is I'm going to need to drop in some more of the eyes into the altar around the portal. So let's load these back into the ME system. Let's grab this and just organize a little. Dink, dink, dink. And head back. Well, let's switch it to day. Okay. And then off to the portal. So let's load in the Eldritch Eyes into the altar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to tap it with this Silverwood wand, which is charged with 100 V. Right click. No? Right click. Alright, apparently now that I have a stupidly high amount of warp, I have to read the Crimson Rites again. So right click. Right click. Anything. So let's go back down to Eldritch. I still don't have the Opening the Eye research. Alright, here's what I think is happening. I don't have enough. I have to get a lot of warp, and then I have to wait for a pretty rare warp event to unlock Eldritch Revelations. And then after that happens, I need to find the Opening the Eye ritual or research, get that, and then I'll be able to click the portal and open it up. So I just have to sit here. My warp is full and has been for about an hour, and I haven't got any research. So I'm just going to have to burn time until that happens. So if you could, please leave a comment or a like. If you have any suggestions how I can improve my my warp levels, I've researched every piece of forbidden knowledge, and as you can see, my permanent warp, the dark purple, is only up about a third, so it's very disappointing. I don't know what happened here, but I've probably been doing this for 2.5 hours and have been nothing but frustrated. So I guess with that, I'm not going to get any farther today. I might even need to take a couple days off. I'm so mad. So I will see you next time in Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock Expert Mode. Bye.